Hello everybody and welcome to today's tier list. Having done a few tier lists on food, I thought I'd do one on drinks to go with it. Specifically soft drinks. These are pretty much most of the soft drinks that are available in the UK, but I imagine an awful lot of them are available worldwide, or you'll have some form of equivalent. I do drink water mainly, but I've had the most of these at some point in my life, so I should be able to rank most of them, but I haven't tried tier for the few I haven't had. So I guess we'll just get going, as I'm sure you all know what drinks is, there isn't much explanation needed. So first drink is an orange San Pellegrino. San Pellegrino is like, it's a bit of a sort of fancier soft drink as such. It comes with like, your can comes with like a foil top, which is a bit fancy, and they sort of like market it as a bit of a like premium soft drink. But it's still like mass sold. I do like the orange San Pellegrino, but it's not my favourite type of San Pellegrino, but it is good. I'd say it's got a nice taste, taste of sort of oranges, but it's like a bit sour still, a bit tart. It's not just like a really sweet orange drink. So yeah, I'll say it's B tier. I do like it. Then we have 7-Up. The first of the sort of many lemon drinks that will be on this list. It's basically just a lemonade. Yeah, it's pretty much just a pretty standard lemonade. There's an awful lot of lemonades on this tier, on this list. And 7-Up is, it's just, I think it's pretty middle of the road. It's pretty standard lemonade drink. Yeah, I'd happily have it, but won't be my first choice. I think a C tier. Then we have a Robinsons. This is like a non-carbonated drink. You usually have Robinsons as like cordial, where you put a bit in and then make it up with water, but this is like an already diluted one. It's apple and raspberry, I think. I've only ever had the cordial versions of this, but I assume it tastes the same as this variant, so I'll rank it from the cordial variant. And apple and raspberry won't be my first choice of flavour. I like Robinsons peach cordial, but the apple and raspberry is also okay, I'd say. I'd say that's C tier. And we have a Fanta Orange, sort of, the original Fanta flavour that you think when you think Fanta, a big worldwide one. More of like a sweet orange drink. Yeah, I think everyone knows what Fanta is really, and I think it's quite good. I'd say it's B tier. We have another lemonade. We have a Schweppes lemonade. I associate Schweppes lemonade more as like sort of a mixer than a drink. I feel like you have Schweppes lemonade like with your alcohol rather than just having a Schweppes lemonade. I don't think it has like the strongest taste, which is why it's sort of good as a mixer. But yeah, just I wouldn't really ever grab a can of Schweppes lemonade, but it's probably still alright. I think D tier is fair. Then we have Ting Sparkling Grapefruit. Must say I've never heard of this or never had it. Sounds interesting though, to be honest. Might have to give that a try. I do like grapefruit's not bad, and I've never even heard of that. So moving on, we have Pepsi Max, but the cherry variant. I do quite like cherry as a drink flavour. The Pepsi Max version, yeah, you just taste the cherry. It's got quite a strong cherry taste actually. Does Pepsi Max cherry. The Max variant, so they're like the no sugar variants. I'm sure you all sort of know that. Yeah, it's got a good cherry flavour, and I do quite like that. I feel like for me it's A tier. Then we have the lemon version of the Fanta. This for me sort of varies a bit. If it's really nice weather, like it's really hot in the middle of summer, I really enjoy a Fanta lemon. But if like the weather's a bit crap, I wouldn't really go for it. It has the high highs, but it also has like a bit of a low. But I mean that's just me, you know. I associate really with like summer or going on holiday sort of thing. So I'd say it's probably a B tier. It's one of the better sort of lemonade drinks going. And we have our first tango of the day, the dark berry variant. This sort of tastes of sort of like black currant, but with maybe some like raspberry and blackberry in there. It's sort of like a mix of all berries, but also I'd say the main taste is black currant. I am a fan of it. I only tried this for the first time recently, and I did like it. I'd say it's also probably A tier. Then we have another lemonade up next, but our White's lemonade. Again, sort of a pretty standard lemonade. Taste of lemon. There's a lot of lemonades on this list, like I said, so a lot of them will probably just get middling ranks. I think our White's lemonade is just a C. It's fine, it's lemonade. Then we have Tango Apple. It has a really sort of appley taste. It's got a strong flavour, as sort of tangos tend to have. It does taste a lot of apple, but sort of, you know, when you have an artificial apple, it does taste like apple sweets maybe rather than apples, but it's still nice. Wouldn't be my first choice of a tango, but I'd happily drink it. I'd say B tier. Next up we have Orangina, which is a bit of a weird drink because it's kind of still, but kind of carbonated a bit. It has like bits in that you shake. It's sort of a weird one. I haven't had it in years, I must say. I had it when I was younger. I don't even know if they still do it. I assume they do, but certainly I haven't seen it recently. Yeah, I think it's just a bit bad, really, to be honest. It's like not that strong orange flavour, and you have to like shake it up, and it's a bit weird. Yeah, I wouldn't pick it, to be honest. I think it's F tier. Then we have a Rubicon, but the guava variant. I've never had this version of a Rubicon. I have had other Rubicons, but the guava flavour, I've never had that. Then we have a Lucozade Orange. This is sort of marketed as like a sort of energy sports drink, but it's not like a energy drink like Red Bull, but it's like, you know, it's like marketed on like, oh, hydrating you, gives you energy sort of thing. It's not the original flavour, it's the orange version, which is probably my favourite Lucozade, but I'm not the biggest fan of Lucozade overall. I'd say orange Lucosade's decent. I'd say B tier. Then we have Lilt up next. This flavour, I guess, is tropical, is what I'd call it, but for actual flavours, I guess like pineapple would be the main one, like pineapple and maybe mango, something like that, passion fruit, like sort of tropical fruits, sort of all merged into one. Lilt is, yeah, it's not my favourite. I'm not the sort of biggest fan of sort of the tropical flavours. Yeah, it's different. It's because it's sort of so many fruits into like one flavour, but yeah, it's not great. I think D tier. I wouldn't really ever choose a Lilt, but I could drink it. Then we have cream soda up next. Cream soda's sort of like, I guess it tastes like vanilla. It's like really sweet and vanilla-y. I think it's meant to like imitate like an ice cream float, you know, where you put like a scoop of ice cream in like a drink, which, yeah, it's not for me really. It's sort of too sweet, taste of vanilla, not a fan. F tier. Next up we have a J2O. These usually come in a glass bottle. This is the orange and passion fruit version, which is sort of the standard J2O as such. This is also not carbonated. It's kind of like, it's a still just fruit drink, but it's nice. It's got like a strong flavour. It's kind of a bit more premium drink as well. I mean, it's not premium, but it's not like really cheap either. It's premium for a common soft drink. I do quite like a J2O. Yeah, it's not much to say really. It's just tastes nice. I think it's an A tier. This is Purdey's Rejuvenate. Never heard of that. Don't know what that is. Haven't tried it tier. Then we have the first Coca-Cola, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, but this is the vanilla version. Again, like vanilla for me is not a good flavour to have in a drink. I don't like it. It's sort of too sweet. It like just tastes. Vanilla to me is like only ice cream flavour. Like anything else vanilla flavoured sort of seems a bit weird for me. But yeah, that's it basically. It's F tier. We're moving on to another San Pellegrino, but the lemon version. In terms of the lemonades on here, like the lemon drinks, this is probably my favourite. It's like got a real sort of sourness, tartness to it. Whereas some of the other lemonades are sort of a bit sweet for my liking. This does taste sort of like more sour lemony. Yeah, I think it's an A tier. Yeah, A tier just for now. I was contemplating putting it S for a second, but I don't think it is quite S tier. Then next up we have Appletiser, another apple flavoured drink. Not as common these days, I don't think. I don't feel like I've seen Appletiser for a while. That's one I had more when I was younger as well. Just sort of taste of apple, quite strong apple flavour, but pretty standard. Like if you're saying would I have an Appletiser or a Tango apple, I feel like I'd rather have the Tango apple, but it's still alright, so I'll put it C tier. Then we have, this is one a lot of you probably haven't heard of. This is a Dandelion and Burdock. I think this is very much a like UK thing, but I could be wrong. It was like originally a sort of health drink, I think, but now it's just sort of like a soft drink. It has like a, I don't know how to describe the taste really. It is like just fermented dandelions and with burdock in it, I think. So, but the taste, I guess it tastes. What does it taste like? What can I say that people? Maybe a bit like sort of a root beer, I guess. But yeah, that's maybe the closest thing I can think of, but it's still not the same as that. It tastes a bit like, I don't know if you know what these are either, sarsaparilla sweets. Kind of tastes like them, but I don't know how available they are in the rest of the world either. But in terms of do I like it or not, I don't really like it, to be honest. It's an F tier for me. Then we have a cherry coke. Again, you know, similar to Pepsi Max Cherry, it's got sort of just a cherry flavoured version, just with coke on it. I wouldn't say it has strong of a cherry taste. As the Pepsi. I'd say, yeah, I'd definitely prefer like the cherry Pepsi over the cherry Coke. I'd say it's still B tier though, because I do like the cherry flavour in drinks. Then we have a Ka, or a KA probably. I've never even heard of this brand, and there's 3 of them on here. There's a black grape, a fruit punch, and a pineapple, all of which I've never had or never even heard of. So they're just all going in the bottom tier, unfortunately. Do sound interesting flavours, but can't say I've ever seen one. Then moving on to Vimto. This for me is an absolute classic drink. You know, I've had it all my life. This is probably the drink I drink most of, other than water, is probably Vimto. You can get like this version, the carbonated version, or you can have it as a cordial as well. It's sort of like a mixture of fruits. I think it has like apples, black currants, raspberry, grape. It's sort of like just a mix of fruit flavour, but it's really good in my opinion. I think it's an S tier drink for me. I love a Vimto, carbonated or cordial variant, both great. S tier. Then we have an Old Jamaica ginger beer. I'm not really a fan of ginger beer because I don't really like the ginger flavour much. The Old Jamaica version, I don't know. Is it the best ginger beer? I don't know, I haven't had many ginger beers, but it's the sort of probably ginger beer you think of if you think of a ginger beer, but like I say, I don't have it often because I don't really like it. For me, it's an F tier. Then we have Sprite, moving back to another lemonade, but I think Sprite's actually lemon and lime in it, but it does pretty much just taste of lemonade. Again, it's pretty much just standard fine drink, you know, it's not the most flavourful, but you'd happily drink it. I think it fits just straight into C tier. And moving on to Rubicon I have had, is the Rubicon Passion Fruit. This is sort of, I describe it as a sort of tropical flavour again, but it's probably more with like passion fruit as the main flavour rather than pineapple as the main flavour, which is the standard sort of tropical. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this flavour, as I said. It's kind of similar to a Lilt, but a bit different. I think it just fits in the D tier for me. Then we have Dr Pepper, another worldwide one that I think you'll all know. What's Dr Pepper taste like? Kind of like, I don't really know, kind of like Coke but with like more spices in, I guess, sort of. Maybe like a spiced Coke I'd describe it as. Like a spiced cola. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I could drink it. I think it's probably a D tier to me. Then we have a lemon and lime Innocent. No idea what that is. I thought Innocent did fruit smoothies, not like soft drinks. I've never had one of them, but yeah, don't know. Next up we have a very UK drink. Well, not really UK, a Scottish drink. It's Iron Brew. It's the most popular drink in Scotland. I think Scotland is like the only country in the world that has where the most popular soft drink is not made by Coca-Cola, and that is Iron Brew. But I could be wrong on that. That could be outdated information, or could have not even been right to start with, but I've definitely heard that at some point. This is another one that has a really sort of unique flavour. The advert says it tastes like girders, which is sort of like, you know, a bit of their marketing line, but the actual taste is, it's an odd one to describe. It tastes like Iron Brew really, but if I were trying to describe it, I guess sort of like a mix of different fruits, but also spiced a bit with like ginger flavour in there, like maybe like a ginger fruity mix. Yeah, it's got a very unique taste. It's hard to describe. It's just, you know, you say it tastes like Iron Brew, it's its own thing. But yeah, I'd say like a mix of fruits with ginger in there, if I had to try and describe it best I could. In terms of how much do I like it, I think it's not the best, but it's drinkable, so I'll put it in D tier. Then we have another J2O, the fruit blend variant. This is same as the other J2O, but different flavour. It's not like I guess maybe sort of like apple and raspberry and like the main flavours, I think. I haven't had one of these in a while, I must admit, because if I were going to get a J2, I'd have the orange and passion fruit variant. But this version is okay, but not as good as the other one. I think it's a C tier drink. Then we have Ribena. This is another non-carbonated one. It's blackcurrant flavour. I used to have this as a child, mainly in like the cordial form. But yeah, I haven't really had it much in recent times. It's quite a nice flavour, but yeah, I feel like I'd just rather have a Vimto or something. I mean, I know it's not, Vimto's not just the same, but it's similar, I guess. But yeah, Ribena's more just straight up blackcurrant. It's quite nice. I'd happily drink a Ribena still. I'd say it's B tier. Then we have Tango Orange, sort of the default Tango flavour. It's just a sort of orange drink, good flavour. Like Tango are known for like the strong flavour. It does taste very sweet, sort of like a really sweet orange drink. Yeah, I think it'd go in B tier with like the other two oranges. It's pretty similar to that. Then we have San Pellegrino again, but this time it's the blood orange. This one, it's sort of similar to the San Pellegrino orange, but a bit sweeter, maybe. I think I do prefer this over the just straight up orange San Pellegrino. But yeah, but not as much as a lemon. But I think it deserves the A tier with the lemon. It's a nice drink. I do like the San Pellegrinos, they are nice. Then next up we just have Original Coke. I think you all, well, I imagine almost all of you know what Coke tastes like. For me, if it's cold, it's really nice, but if it's got a bit warm, I'm not the biggest fan. For me, Coke's sort of just fine. It's C tier. I can drink it, but I won't really choose it. Then we have Mountain Dew, another sort of lemonade drink, but this one's sort of like really sweeter, and like I think it's known for being a bit unhealthy because I think it has a lot of sugar in. But yeah, it's sort of really sweet lemon taste, which isn't my first choice really, but it's not terrible because it's still just lemon flavour. I think D tier. Then we have Pepsi, the big rival to Coke, and I'm one of those people who thinks Pepsi and Coke pretty much taste the same. I can't really tell the difference between them much personally. If you like blindfolded me, I won't be able to tell you which one was which, so you can just go in C tier next to the Coke. Then we have the Mango Rubicon. I have had this, and I don't really like it, but that's probably because I don't like mango, so sort of I'm not going to like a mango drink. So yeah, that's F tier. This is an apple Lucasade, which I have never tried. Didn't even know it existed, but since they haven't tried tier. Then we have the original Lucasade. There's another sort of, I don't know, hard to describe flavour. Kind of just tastes generic sweetness. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the original Lucasade, but it's not terrible either. I think it's probably a D tier. Then we have a Pepsi Max. Again, like the zero sugar sort of Pepsi variant. The zero sugar and like the 0 calorie drinks don't taste that different to me to the original variants, so that can also just go in C tier next to the original Pepsi. Then we have the Fanta Fruit Twist. This is another drink I really like, probably my favourite Fanta. It's sort of like another one that's got lots of different fruits in it. I think it has like sort of orange, lemon maybe. Just sort of tastes sort of maybe like generic fruit again, but it is nice. I am a fan of a Fanta Fruit Twist, especially in the summer again, but all year round this is also good. I think it's another S tier drink. Then we have the raspberry lemonade from our whites. This is the only raspberry drink on here that's straight up raspberry. It's a bit sweet for my liking, but it's not bad. It does taste of raspberries more than lemonade. It's just basically a raspberry drink. I think it's pretty middle of the road. C tier. This looks like a bottle of Prime, which I haven't had, but everyone's going mental over it at the moment in the countries. Yeah, but I've certainly never had it. Don't know what it's about. Yeah. Then we have Tango Cherry, another cherry drink. I think this is probably my favourite Tango. It has like a really strong cherry taste. And it's probably my favourite cherry drink. But it's not quite S tier, I think it's just A tier. It's very nice, very strong cherry flavour. But, you know, it's just sort of a bit one-dimensional to get to the top tier. Then last up we have Tizer. This is another one that I haven't had recently, but I used to have more when I was younger. Another one with like a kind of hard to describe taste. I guess it's just sort of a lot of fruits mixed together where you can't really pick out any fruit. Where it just tastes like a generic sweet fruit flavour. In terms of do I like it, I'd say it's not bad. I think it can fit nicely into C tier. I'd happily drink a Tizer, but I wouldn't be going to grab one first choice. So, this has been my soft drinks tier list. I hope you have enjoyed listening to me talk about these. If you have, feel free to like the video. If you like these tier lists I'm making, feel free to subscribe to the channel, because I'm making a new tier list every day, so you'll be able to see them when they come out. If you have any tier lists you want to see, make sure you suggest them in the comments, and I'll probably do them. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and goodbye.